Well, hello, good evening people, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all fit and well. Tonight it's going to be a pretty short midweek session. I nearly didn't come out. I got a bit of a flyer from work. I've been looking at the forecast and tonight was going to be pretty calm. There's a tiny little bit of sea, there's maybe a foot and a half, couple of foot. There's actually a bit of colour in the water, which is no bad thing. I nearly didn't come out because I feel pretty knackered, to be honest, but I'm busy the rest of the week and then I'm in Scotland at the weekend, so I thought, no, I'm gonna push myself, I'm gonna come out. And I'm glad I have, to be honest, because you know what it's like. You get out and get the fresh air in your face and get your gear sorted and get the flavour for it. So I'm not going to have a long session tonight, maybe 2.5 hours, I don't know, half a dozen casts, something like that. If I'm not hitting any bites early on, I'll probably just pack up. But low water was about 6, it's now 1/2 past. It's a very, very small tide. It was only a 2-point-something metre ebb and 3.8, 3.9 high, so there's not a lot of movement, to be honest. But as I say, I just wanted to get out and wet a line, really, because it's the last time in probably a fortnight I'm going to have the opportunity to come and do this type of fishing, so I thought, right, I'm going to get out and do it. My arm has been giving us a little bit of grief recently in my elbow, but you just got to get through it and fish, haven't you? Just got to go for it. So anyway, that's the crack. The gear, usual X90. That's teamed up with me Power Aero XSC 14,000 PG. That's loaded with 55-pound whiplash with a thick 4-strand. I think it's about an 80-pound leader. And I'm just going for single, fairly flexible hooks with a rotten bottom, because the ground here is as heavy as it gets, to be honest. And I want to give myself a chance to just either bending the hook or snapping the sinker off rather than losing whole rigs, because past couple of sessions my gear's taken a bit of a hammering, so I could do with minimising that. If this breaking strain isn't up to scratch, I'll stick my Saragossa on, but where I can, I like to use the Power Aero. If you need it, I'm not saying you do for this mark, fish might be under my feet, who knows, if they're there. But if you do need a bit more distance, it's definitely a better tool for it. So anyway, that's the crack. Let's see if we can catch something. So as I say, I've gone down to one hook, changed up a little bit. I have been using a dongle. I fished at Newton, you might have seen. I think in hindsight I was probably getting played by lobsters and stuff like that. My mate who I was fishing with did get a rock, and maybe it was small fish, who knows. But we're into September, we're into the winter season, so from now on, unless I have a race session or something like that, if I'm doing this type of fishing, I'm going to be going back to J hooks. The hooks of choice tonight are Kamasan B950U uptide, 5/0 variety, ultra sharp, strong enough to pull a fish in, but weak enough to be overpowered by a gear, hopefully reducing tackle losses and hopefully reducing frustration levels. So let's see what we can do. Rigs tonight, you know the drill for this type of fishing. Trident start right pulley, 75-pound. Kicker, rotter, weak link, 6-ounce sinker on the rotter, like so, voila. Aero pulley, power swivel, I think that must be, I forget what they are, they're probably over 200 pound for the size of them, can you believe that? Incredible. And as I say, hook is a 5/0 Kamasan. What I like to do when I'm using just a single hook, you can, as a good Samf match angler showed me when I had a session with him over winter, you can get a paper clip or garden wire and wrap it round the shank of the hook and leave 2 little sort of 1/2-inch bits of metal out to hold onto your bait. Because I'm not using any sort of pennel and I'm using a clip down rig, that bait's liable to slip over the knot and up the snood, which is obviously not what you want. So what I do, very, very simple, That happens to be 25-pound mono. I just tie a little stop knot that's tight enough to stop the bait from flying, but that I can adjust. And all you do is lay a line along, create a loop like that, same as your grinner for your component hooks or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull that tight like that. So you're left with that. Then all I do, I'll intentionally leave about roughly an inch. Put your tag ends in your box. Don't leave them lying around. And you can put your bait on, just adjust that, and then nip it tight. And that little tag, any bait going against that tag, the strength of that knot will be enough to hold it in place. Obviously, because I'm using a single hook, I don't want masses of bait above the hook anyway, but it's just a little precautionary measure in case it does start to have a tendency to creep above the knot. So yeah, little tip might help you. Whoa, bloody hell. Stan's nearly just been pulled over there. Jesus. Just had a couple of absolutely raking bites there. Yep, we've got it. God, I had a lot of slack. Feel. And this is where that X90 comes into its own. Oh, I can feel it going into that kelp. Come on. It's got to keep it moving. Come on. That's it. Oh, no. Oh, it's caught in some kelp, not that far out. Yep, we've got it. Just got to keep it moving. Onto the leader, bores of relief. Well, come on. That is not a bad start at all. There we are. Oh, hook's even popped out. I'll give him a hand, get that to sink. That's kelp out. He's a very lumpy fish. Probably you go 3 quite easily, I would say. Just hooking the mouth there. Gave us an absolutely colossal bite. So nice to get a fish. First cast, especially when I wasn't even going to come out. So let's get him revived, get him back and get another bait out. Pleased with that. All right, next bait. There's that little, I don't know if you can see the tags, just prevent the bait from coming off the top of the hook. So let's fire another one out. Might only get 1 or 2 more chucks off here because the tide is starting to push. That's a good start. To be honest, even if I don't get another thing, I'll take that because I nearly didn't come out, as I say. Right. Wind's back right off now. You can probably see behind us there's a little bit of southeasterly, but it's a nice evening. Oh, it's nice to get a fish early doors, isn't it? Especially on your favourite gear. As I was saying before, it's not a big tide. It's, what is it? I'm going off. Well, actually, I'll go off Amble, which is the closest to us here, I think. Amble Blythe. 3.71 high, 2.43 ebb, so what? 1.36 of movement, i.e. not a lot. But I've said it before, what I do like fishing heavy kelp venues, not all the time. On the smaller tides, if the fish are there, they will tend to just sit in the kelp because there's no reason for them to rush out with the tide. So anyway, let's crack on. Just to show you, Trident rig doing its job as always, little green sleeve, and on the business end you can see that stop knot just sat there preventing the bait from flying up. So let's see if we can get under that. Right, I think we're going to shift. See if we can get over there before we get soaked. Right. Oh no. Nearly lost me finger stall. That wouldn't have been good. There's no worse than when that happens at night on a beach. The instant it's in that water, that's it, it's gone. Luckily we've got it back there. Stood messing around with my phone, we've just had a good bite there. Oh, yeah. Is he there? Come on. Yep, getting a little nibble there. Could be a small fish lying on. I'm going to give that a minute. Start peeling that other crab bait up and just see. Couldn't be lying on. Might just be. Oh nice, that's still. Oh no. Bollocks. Missed it. Damn. Right, I'll bait that other one up. Fire it out. Damn. What I'll do when I'm fishing with single long shank hooks like I am tonight, I'll get my crab, I'll cut it about 2/3 in half, spread it, and then put it in a long line on my shepherd's crook like that, bind it up tight. Then what I'll do, take that off like that, and I'll just thread it straight up the hook, pull it over. I'll leave a little tag and you can see there's that stop knot. Just pull the stop knot up a little bit, pull it over the tag, which when it's quite thick line like it is tonight, 60 amnesia, that acts as a little barb. Then as I say, that stop knot will just stop it from flying up during the cast. It's as simple as that. Right, this might be my last cast. Don't know. Lovely sunset over there. You going? Right. Come on, let's get another fish. Oh, getting straight to another decent knock there. As soon as you pick your rod up, that was really going there. That was bait to barely be in the water. 2-3 minutes there. Cracking bite. Just leave that a minute. A little bite has just returned there. I've just thought, other than one session I've had, I've managed to avoid rockland so far, but there's a long way to go yet, so I'm not going to count me chickens too soon. I've also seemed to avoid the rain, actually seemed to have avoided the rain, which is good. Also avoided this fish, which was not so good, but let's just see. That's a little bit better. Oh yeah. Oh, not again. That was a good proper thump, that. Oh, never. Oh, that was a proper cod nod, that. Give that a couple of minutes. Got one more bait and I think that probably will be my last, but no shortage of action. Oh, I could have sworn that was on there. It was biting away before I left it, came back, proper lunge forward. Right, got a feeling my bait might have been snatched. Nah, I can't believe I missed that. Like, it's like I had the feel of the type of bite where it's just picked it up, it's in its mouth and just swimming off, and all you got to do is lift in, but seemingly not. So we'll see how much bait's on this, and then all I'll do, I'll probably just lash it on to that other one, and that'll be me lot, because I don't really want a late one. Let's have a look. Note left on that. Right folks, that is the end of a very quick and enjoyable little session. I think I've had 4, possibly 5 casts, 1 fish, missed a couple of bites, but scratched an itch. I'm glad I came out, got a bit of fresh air, managed to get a fish through the kelp on the X90 again, so that was pleasurable. And as I said at the beginning, from here on in I will just be using, if it's the heaviest to ground, either a single 5 or 6-0 or possibly a pennel if it's a bit more mixed or I'm on a beach. Tonight, hooks of favour, the Camisans, razor sharp, did the damage. So hopefully being out and about, getting a few, and for those of you fishing club matches, it'll be, you might, well, by the time this comes out, you might have even had your first match. Who can believe it, eh? Already into the Winter League. Unbelievable. Don't know how fast, it's crazy how fast time travels, but anyway. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've been out and about getting a few. Tight lines, keep fishing. We'll see you soon.